Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Good morning, afternoon, and or evening. My name is Derek, aka Professor Silly, and welcome to my journey through the history of heavy metal albums. What is heavy metal? It doesn't really matter for us to define it. Different people define it in different ways. What I'm doing here is I'm listening to any album that is considered by either critics or by fans to be important to the history of heavy metal music. Who am I, and why does my opinion matter? It doesn't. I'm just a Gen X musician that played some heavy metal in the past and wanted to experience some of the albums that I never got around to experiencing in the first place. And so here we are. Now, in order to keep this channel going and keep these videos up, I do need to consider copyright law and keep things fair use. For that reason, I will be talking over the music. That is what makes these videos okay to be on YouTube. I will put a link to the original album in my description, so if you want to go check out the album without me yammering over it, you should definitely do that. Finally, I don't think I should rate anything based on a single listen, so I listened to this album a week ago, and then I listened to it all week. I'm going to show you now my reaction to the first time I listened to it, and then I'll come back and give you my final thoughts. This week, I'm listening to Rush. This is not the first Rush album I've ever listened to because I listened to their debut album in anticipation of doing this video. I didn't get to the other albums in between the debut and this one, so I haven't heard a lot of Rush. I've heard individual songs. I don't know that I've heard any of the tracks from this album. I've never listened to this album before. This is a first-time album listen for me. And looking at the titles, none of the titles looked familiar. Why am I doing this album? Kerrang listed this album as the 24th most important heavy metal album of all time. Screenrant listed this at number 5. In their 10 no-skip 10 out of 10 metal albums from the 70s. So we got 2 lists that ranked them, and then I had a commenter recommend that I listen to this album as well, saying that it was the heaviest thing from this year. That's 3. That's enough for me to cover the album. So I don't really know what to expect with this. Although side 1 is one giant long song, apparently, with multiple parts. And then the second side of the album is made up of 5 tracks. So, without further jibber jabber from me, let's listen to 2112, the song. Very spacey. I'm in for a journey because this is a 20-minute track. Reminds me of Jethro Tull, Thick as a Brick. And that was pretty heavy. Good guitar tone. Okay. I can hear the Captain Beyond influence here. Explosions! Yes, explosions! Every song is made better with explosions. Nice drums, right? Drum fill. Excellent. We're nowhere near being through with this track. I'm guessing that was the Temples of Syrinx. So we had Overture and then Temples. There's like 7 parts to this, I don't know. I only have 3 listed on what's playing. Good thing I have to go to the bathroom, huh? Yeah, tune that up, bud. Little harmonics.
What can this strange device be? When I touch it, it gives forth a sound. It's got wires that vibrate and give music. What can this thing be that I've found? See how it sings like a sad heart and joyously screams out its pain. Sounds that build high like a mountain on notes that fall gently like rain.
I'm not saying much because I'm waiting for something to happen. It's nice, but I'm not sure what to say about all this yet.
The people will all see its light. Let them all make
I imagine there's a story being told that if I had the lyrics in front of me, would make more sense.
praise my name on this night.
There we go. Neil Peart.
I know it's most unusual to come before you so, but I found an ancient miracle. I thought that you should know. Listen to my music.
know,
that's as strong as life. I know
I can't
that it
hear
will reach you.
this now without hearing Budgie. Budgie in the vocals. Most especially in the vocals.
Just think about the average. What use have they for you? Another toy will help destroy the elder race of man. Forget about your silly will. It doesn't fit the plan.
Ooh, okay. Okay, the bass tone is obviously incredible. The drums are incredible. But Lifeson on guitar? Like, Lifeson's a great guitar player. But I wonder if what keeps this from being actual metal versus just being like influential on metal, future metal. Lifeson plays really big jazzy chords, which makes it feel less riffy somehow. It's a little too intellectual for metal, maybe. I don't know. It's heavy.
Escape to realms beyond the night. Dream, can't you show me light? I stand atop a spiral stair, and Morocco
God, that bass is so prominent.
me there. He leads me on light years away through astral nights, galactic days. I see the works of gifted hands that grace the strange and wondrous land. I see the hands of men arise with hungry mind and open eyes. They left our planets long ago. The elder race still learn and grow. Their power grows with purpose strong to claim the home where they belong. Home to tear the temples down. Home to change.
Okay, we're getting close on this one. I think part of what I never liked about Rush growing up, or what put me off on Rush, is the vocals. Although listening to it now, I don't quite hear what I found so offensive about it as a kid. He's a good vocalist. I'm not sure what my problem was growing up.
The sleep is still in my eyes. The dream is still in my head. I heave a sigh and sadly smile and lie a while in bed. I wish that it might come to pass, not fade like all my dreams.
Got the water rushing, trickling again.
Just think of what my life might be in a world like I have seen. I don't think I could carry on. Carry on this cold and empty life. Oh,
really like this guitar solo.
My spirits are low in the depths of despair. My lifeblood spills over.
Nice. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! That's ominous. Okay. Well, that was side one. Heavier than I was anticipating, than I was expecting. So, like I was saying during, I've heard Rush. I've heard all their major hits. I've known a lot of musicians that were super into Rush. One of the first drummers I ever played with, he was a nerd. He was a nerdy kid. He was into Rush, and I wasn't. I was just like nerdy kid into nerdy music. After high school, I was playing around with some different groups, and I played with a guitar player that was super into Rush. And he knew all of the big jazzy chords, so like that makes sense. That he was into this. And then some of my dearest friends now are super into Rush. I just never got into it mainly because the vocals. Something about the vocals just kind of rubbed me the wrong way. But listening to it now, like I don't hear what is compared to like a lot of the stuff I've been listening to from this time period. Like he's solid. He's a solid 70s vocalist. So I hear a cat meowing somewhere. Passage to Bangkok. That's goofy. That reminds me of something. That reminded me of a Black Sabbath riff. That's reminding me of a Black Sabbath riff.
Midnight oil. My fragrance of forgiveness and rewards a long day's toil. Brooklyn into Kathmandu, smoke rings fill the air. Above you by an apple light express, it gets you there. We're on the train to Bangkok, aboard the Thailand Express. We'll hit the stops along the way. We only stop for the best.
Nice solo.
We're on the
Come on,
train
guys.
to Bangkok, aboard the Thailand Express. We'll hit the stops along the way. We only stop for the best. Yes, we're on the train
Nice.
to Bangkok, aboard the Thailand Express. We'll hit the stops along the way. We only stop for the best.
All this chocolate that I'm eating is bloomed a little bit, which is not happy, but
Hey, pleasant-faced man steps up to greet you. He smiles and says he's pleased to meet you. Beneath his hat, the strangest lights. Take it up, he's got 3 eyes. Truth is false and love get lost. Now the fourth dimension is crossed.
nice. Okay.
You have entered the Twilight Zone. Beyond this world, strange things I know. Use the key, unlock the door. See what your fate might have in store. Come explore your dreams' creation. Enter this world of imagination. You wake up lost in an empty town, wondering why no one else is around.
Groovy.
Look up to see a giant boy, just become his brand new toy. There's no escape, no place to hide. Here where time and space collide. You have entered the Twilight Zone.
Nice.
Beyond this world, strange
Definitely made for
things
headphones.
unknown. Use the key, unlock the door.
Got a
See
whispering.
what your fate might have in store. Come explore your dreams' creation. Enter this world of imagination.
Okay. These songs seem so short now compared to that first side. Lessons. Well, that sounds very Led Zeppelin.
Sweet memories flashing very quickly by, reminding me and giving me a reason why. I know that my goal is more than a thought. I'll be there when I teach.
I wonder.
Well, I've been taught, and I've been taught. You know we've told you before,
Ooh.
but you didn't hear us then. So you still question why. No, you didn't listen again. You didn't listen again.
Wow.
Wow.
I wonder if side one being one continuous thing and side two being short songs was a compromise with the studio. That side two would provide the potential for radio.
Oh, just how close I came to missing. I know that this is the way for me to go.
I don't like to do a lot of research before I listen to something. So I'll look all these questions up
Know
during my week.
what I know, and I know you know it told you before, but you didn't hear us then. So you still question why. No, you didn't listen again. No. You didn't listen again.
Yeah, I don't like the guitar riffs as much as I like Judas Priest or Black Sabbath guitar riffs. With the bass line and the drumming. Fade out. Wow. Fade out with 30 seconds to go. Well, you let get to that acoustic guitar coming through then. Now, I say I don't like Lifeson's guitar riffs as much as Sabbath or Priest, but at the same time, like, if I were playing guitar, this is probably a lot how I would approach guitar myself, so I'm not saying I don't like it for what it is. It doesn't seem as heavy. It doesn't as catchy to my ear. I understand why he's doing what he's doing.
Seasons and all of the days, all of the reasons why I felt this way. So long,
Oh, see?
so long.
I didn't like really any of Budgie's ballads.
Then lost
I already like this way more.
feeling. I looked
That change makes a huge difference.
I noticed the motion.
If it just did this for the entire song, but that right there, yeah.
I can see
Love that presence of the bass.
A lifetime of questions, tears on your cheek. I tasted the answers and my body was weak. For you,
Ooh.
the truth. What would touch me deeper? Tears that fall.
Some kind of synth back there. It sounds like a horn, but it doesn't sound like a horn, you know?
Would it touch you deeper than tears that fall from eyes that know why?
It almost sounds like a flute, but it's too consistent. It's making me think of like a mellotron or something. It's pretty. And it's over. It's like, oh, this is pretty, and it's done. All right, that brings us to our final track. Yes, Something for Nothing. Longest song on this side. Sounds like he's playing with a pick.
Waiting for the winds of change to sweep the clouds away. Waiting for the rainbow's end to cast its gold your way.
Ooh,
Countless ways
them some tasty drums right there.
you pass the day. Waiting for someone to come and turn your world around. Looking for an answer to the questions you have found. Looking for an open door. Wow, you don't get
Ooh,
something for nothing. You can have freedom for free. You won't get wise with the sleep still in your eyes, no matter what your dream might be.
Nice vocal stream there. Ooh. I love it when Lyson plays leads. I like it a lot more. To me, I think that's the highlight of every song.
Now you don't get something for nothing. You can have freedom for free. You won't get wise with the sleep still in your eyes, no matter what your dream
can't-
might be.
I'm not catching every lyric. It sounds a little preachy. A little Neil Peart preachy.
Is your own kingdom. What you do is your own glory. What you love is your own power. What you live is your own story. In your head is the answer. Let it guide you along. Let
Wouldn't be surprised if this is quoting Ayn Rand or something. I'm going to have to look at the lyrics, and it may make me like this song a lot less, depending on what I find. I get the feeling it's a freedom ain't free sort of thing. And yeah, depending on the approach of that, I might find that super annoying. And it's a danger. If I look up the lyrics and then the lyrics annoy me, then the song is going to annoy me from there on out. So there's a danger to me looking up the lyrics. Yeah. As I was saying I think the highlights for the album so far are when Lifeson is playing a guitar solo. It's not just because I like his solos, but the rhythm section, the rest of the band like lets loose during the solos. So like everybody is just like at the top of their game during those parts of the songs. Yeah. All right. Well, this will be an interesting week. If I was going to rate it now without listening for the rest of the week, I don't know. It's up there. Doesn't seem like an S tier album to me right now, but this is why I listened to it for a full week and then rate each song and take notes. So I'm really curious. Some of the instrumentation. I'm really curious about some of the instrumentation that I'm hearing besides the guitar, bass, and drums. I'm curious about the lyrics. I know that Pert didn't write all the lyrics on the album, but he wrote most of the lyrics on the album. There's a couple of tracks on side 2 that were not written by him lyrically. And yeah, Budgie, definitely could hear some Budgie, definitely could hear some Captain Beyond. Heard some Zeppelin in here. What I'm really curious, and I am not going to be able to answer that this week, is who later on in the journey is going to be influenced by this. I imagine some of the progressive metal is going to be influenced by this, that we're going to hear a couple of decades later, but I'll know it when I hear it. When I hear it, I'll be like, this was influenced by Rush. So I'm going to listen to it for a full week, and I'll be back here momentarily to give you my final thoughts. Okay. The story of 2112, the song, including the discovery of a guitar in a cave and the tuning up and everything, made more and more sense with repeated listening. I imagine the album packaging had some clues to help listeners right from the first spin on their turntable. I like Rush most during the guitar solos. The entire band shines in those moments. The rhythm section flexes without stepping in front of the guitar, which isn't an easy balance to achieve. My least favorite element, which surprised me, was the lyrics. Maybe my mind is still a bit spoiled by the lyrical prowess of Dio in Rainbow from last week. I was, of course, aware that Pert was influenced by Ayn Rand, and I was fully prepared to dislike the lyrics throughout, but that really wasn't the case. In fact, the lyrics that I disliked the most were on A Passage to Bangkok, and especially the Twilight Zone. Now, all that said, Lessons is my favorite track. I just found it to be solid throughout, even the lyrics, which were apparently written by Lifeson. So all that to say, I'm nitpicking a little bit, but I'm just explaining my thought process. So all that to say is I'm putting this in tier A. Amazing album, near perfect. I liked it way more than I thought that I would like it. I don't think it's not to me. I don't get excited when tracks come on like I did with Judas Priest or with Rainbow. The next track comes on, I'm not like, oh yeah, this one. Yeah. I don't get that from it. But the musicianship, the production, all of that, like it's damn good. Not just pretty good, it's damn good. Near perfect. So, hopefully, if you are a mega Rush fan, you're not going to come at me like the Led Zeppelin people did. But if you do, it's fine. It's fine. I'm a grown up. I can handle it. As you can see down here, more and more albums are getting added, and that's because I read every single comment on my videos, and if there is critical acclaim for an album, with or without combined with comments requesting albums, any combination therein, it gets added. A single mention on Screenrant or whatnot, that's not enough for me. A single request from a viewer, not enough. But if I get 2 or 3, that's enough. The critics are not always right. And you, the people watching these, you're clearly fans if you're watching this. So you know more, I think, a lot of cases than the critics do. So we got some Thin Lizzy added. Gonna hit Thin Lizzy next. I'm familiar with Thin Lizzy, but I don't think I've ever listened to a full album all the way through. They do have the dual guitar thing that I love from Judas Priest. There is that. Still got Black Sabbath coming up, more Judas Priest. And right here next to my shoulder, right here, we've got a first Scorpions album. I'm familiar with stuff the Scorpions did in the 80s. I am not at all familiar with what they did in the 70s, although I have started going back and listening to their early 70s stuff, which is a delightfully psychedelic hard rock. Not too dissimilar from a lot of the other stuff that was being put out around that time. Pretty good. So keep the comments coming. Keep the suggestions coming. If you know of something in the mid to late 70s that you don't see represented down here, that you think is important to the history of heavy metal, let me know in a comment. Please and thank you. In the meantime, you have a great rest of your whatever, and I will see you next time. Ta-ta.